What's up, guys? What's going on? Camp Out coming at you with another review. Anyway, let's get right into this. This is the English Tender Pack. I was unaware of that until I read the inside of the shoe. I was trying to figure out where I would go to find out about this particular shoe itself, but it says it right inside there. If you guys have been following the breakdown or anything like that, you know that a while ago I saw a 577 that I was talking about, and it was orange and there was a mint colorway. Well, I guess this is the other half of that, or a continuation of that pack, or whatever it is. I don't know if it was a pack or they're just continuing to do 577s. They have not released in the US, so I got these from Soul Haven overseas. Anyway, I saw the colorway and I was like, damn, I don't own anything that's really purple. Actually, I don't think I own anything that's purple inside my closet. So one, the colorway is fire, and I don't usually say that about purple. So for me, it was definitely an eye catcher. Two, it's a 577. I like the build of the 577. If you're unfamiliar, we're gonna go through it real quick. So, premium materials across the entire shoe. I'll get into the price point later because I don't feel like doing that right now. Premium, as you can see, I'm brushing across this bad boy right now. Has a good brush to it. Very, very clean, very, very soft. The toe box area is very short. So the toe capping all the way around from medial stretches from the medial side to lateral side, long piece, that's fine, whatever. The toe box is short. So being that I'm a 10.5, 11, sometimes like my foot looks really bulky in certain shoes, especially New Balance sometimes. So when the 577 comes out, I like to get my hands on it because of this. Like when you wear it, your tongue comes up here. It looks like a much shorter section of the shoe. It's not so overwhelming. Anyway, let's get into more detail. Purple, it's like a deep royal purple. You got to hit a 3M in the, I think their currency, some kind of currency symbols inside this is actually 3M. The whole thing is not 3M. I'm going to try and move it around and see if you guys can see it. But I'll take a picture so you get a little bit more. There's some detailed, like, elongated O's inside here. Obviously having to do something with currency. I'm not completely familiar with what exactly it is, but it's on both sides. So one's horizontal, one's vertical somewhat. And the shoe is very, very, very well made. Continuing along, this isn't 3M, it's just like a purple hit. You got a leather underlay on that bad boy, red hit of plastic on the grommet area, on the upper portion where you lace up. Obviously, gives you a little bit more durability. You're not pulling anything off, or you're not ripping into any material. You got that mesh on the tongue that matches the toe box. You got a purple flat that's in this one that came in it. It kind of matches the rest of the shoe, which is pretty clean. You got another hit of mesh against the ankle area, and that's mirrored on the medial side as well. You got a nice, I guess this N is the same material as the upper portion of the heel counter, stitched in with the New Balance. You got a nice little hit of purple, you'll see, that matches the medial side of the shoe. Well, I'll show you in a second. The rest of the midsole has got like the end cap and that sail colorway, and then the white for that mid portion here. Rolling into the heel counter, you got the wolf gray, really, really premium materials. On the brush suede, wrapping around. Same thing again, mirrored from the lateral side, so I don't really have to get into too much detail, but you can see that hit of red that matches up with the grommet area, and then the outsole or the midsole, and then that purple hit again. I like the way they accented the shoe. It's very, very clean. It's very well done. I like it a lot. If you can get your hands on it, I think I paid €100 after the VAT tax was removed. They were $120. I put in my US address and they took €20 off and then shipped it to me for free. So it was definitely a good exchange. I like the fact that it worked out like that. You got a couple different lace options in here. Well, actually two. So you got the purple that I showed you before, and then a light purple in this one that kind of matches the rest of the accents on the shoe, like the end and the heel counter. And inside the lace itself, there's a hit of 3M. So there's 3M throughout the whole piping of the lace, which is really, really dope. I like that as well, which kind of matches the design. I guess the design that's in the 3M is the same as what's on the footbed here, if you guys can see it. I'm trying to get the light in there so you guys can see a little bit better. So there's a design on the footbed. That's exactly what the 3M on the rest of the stays look like. So that's pretty clean. Definitely a little bit more into detail somewhere on the blog, but I didn't see it and I couldn't find it. So anyway, hope you guys like the review. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do some on feeds for you as well. And one more thing I want to talk about. So you see how clean the brush is on here, or how strong the brush is on here. If you guys like to buy premium materials, which most of us do yourself a favor and find a good suede or nubuck brush, or suede nubuck brush. Just because 10 times out of 10, like, I can get whatever dirt's on these shoes off, or any kind of premium nubuck or suede, by brushing it out. Like, you don't want to rub it in, you don't want to fucking use a sponge, you don't want to get crazy, you just want to brush it out. So, and if that doesn't work, or you can get most of it out with the brush and then try and clean it with something else, then fine. Or like an eraser or something like that, but you always want to brush it out. And plus, it's always good to brush the material before you go out. And like, one, I like to brush the material before I apply a repellent. So if I'm gonna put force field on it, I brush them out first, and then I apply. So that way the brush is already good, has a good stroke to it, everything's clean, everything's simple. You don't, cause like they come with like dust and paper on them, cardboard, a whole bunch of stuff like these I haven't brushed yet. And there's like a whole bunch of shit just laying across the shoes. You can see you got a little spot here, you got some more stuff in here. Like, you wanna get all that off before you apply any repellent or whatever you apply. I use force field, obviously. Other people use different things, but I mean, I like to put it on and let it last forever. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Hope you guys liked the review for the third time. If you're not subscribed yet, please do so now, and peace.